Good morning, everyone. I hope that you have your coffee or tea at the ready so we can get into this. We are going to choose an oracle card from Getting into the Vortex Oracle, and then we'll discuss our tarot card as well. We'll just enjoy our morning together. So I wish you all well. I wish you all well. Let me know how it's going. Let me know if you're drinking coffee or tea. How do you like your coffee or tea? I've been drinking coffee again, uh, and I utilize a little bit of heavy whipping cream, or maybe a lot. A little bit of heavy whipping cream, and then I'll do like a shot of sugar-free, sugar-free syrup. So sometimes, like recently, I've been doing like a little bit of sugar-free coconut with some English toffee, and there's a chocolate chip cookie dough as well. So I'll do like a combination of those, and it's good. I like it. It's decent. And then sometimes I'll have like one cup that's just has all the heavy whipping cream and all the other shit in it, and then I'll drink it down, and then I'll add more coffee until it's like black. I do that. So let me know how you drink yours. All right, as I shuffle, let's see what oracle card wants to pop up for us this morning. Let's see. Hello, hello, welcome. And if you know anyone who might enjoy these conversations, feel free to tag them or share this post with them. Invite them to our experience. Okay. This says, I have complete control over my own thoughts. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. You have no real control of what anyone else is doing with their vibration or with their actions for that matter, but you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions, and point of attraction. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? Let me know. Comment and let me know. I have complete control over my own thoughts. I really like this because it's a challenge to go back and forth with as well. But I like it because, at times I'm getting better at this. When someone is in a really really bad space and they just like they just go off, and they're expressing their frustrations and everything out of their mouth is negative. It's like one negative thing after the other, and you're just like, huh, that is so interesting. Like I can allow myself to tap into that negativity, to feed it, and then to start feel negative and to start being in that space. Or I can just think, you know what, this person's really going through it. I wish them well, and I'm not. I feel for them, but I'm not going to visit that space and stay there with them because that's not the beneficial thing to do, right? That's not the beneficial thing to do for anyone. It doesn't make me feel good, and it's not going to help them because they're if we match that energy, if we match that vibration, that thought pattern, that process of thinking, that way of thinking, then we support them, and in that space we tell them that it is, they're right and all these things are right, and it supports that sort of negative, that vehicle for negativity to sort of navigate the route. Does that make sense? And so I don't have control of what they think, but I have control of what I think. I have complete control over my own thoughts. And so I recognize that it's very important for me to be in control of my thoughts at any given moment and recognize that, okay, this person is really powerful in their thinking and they're trying to sway me, and I'm not going to be swayed. I'm choosing to hold my own space in my belief and my thinking and what feels right and good to me. Okay. And so I think that's like one thing that's really really important for us to do today and to think about. It's like, how can I hold my own space and focus on what I can control. I can't control what other people think. So what you think about me, it's not my business. I've said that before. What you think about me also, I can't control. Some people will love me, some people will not love me, and I'm not going to say one is right and one is not right. It's just your experience. Like, and again, depending on the day, you might have a bad experience with me. Depending depending on what I'm going through, depending on what you're going through, you might have a filtered experience, and it's not always going to be a positive one. And so your perception of me might be skewed, it might be different, and that is okay. But that's not my business. My business is how I behave, or how I act, what I think, and what I do every day, what I try to do every day. I show up for myself, I try to be the best person I can be, and sometimes I'm just really great at being an asshole, and I just have to honor that, right? So I have complete control over my thoughts. Does that make sense? And that's coupled with the Knight of Swords. What does that say to you? You don't have to know anything about tarot. Absolutely fine. Just look at the card and look at this screen. I gotta go back to the screen. Okay, so look at the card, and you can see, there's swift moving, and we're going from the future to the past. So we're um, headed. There is a word I'm trying to use and it's not coming to me. Shit. But we're swiftly moving to the past, and we're taking things head on. And look at that determined face, like, haha, bitch, I'm gonna get you. So what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? And I always like to say, like, knights try to save the day. They feel like they have this sort of savior complex. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not. Swords are about intellect, they're about wisdom, they're about communication, they're about, it's about movement from a very mental space, right? And so we recognize with the Knight of Swords that there's this, like, I want to save myself from negative thinking or mental programming that has harmed me. And so it's like, I feel when I see this, at times it's like, oh, I've been to therapy, right? I've been to therapy and I'm working through some shit, and I have some tools now, and I'm like, haha, I'm gonna tackle everything in my life now with all of these tools because I have resources now. Does that make sense? And so I like that, and I like how it really co-creates well with, I have complete control over my own thoughts, words, swords, patterns, right? And I have complete control of the night. It's like, I am here to rescue myself. I am here to look at my past from a different perspective. Because when I look at my past, I tend to think about things that other people have done, other people have said. But you know what? I can filter this through my own experience now. I have tools. I know that I cannot control what other people have said to me, but I can control how I continue to think about it. I can learn from it. I can honor it, and I can disengage with the heaviness, the power that has held over me, right? And so with the Knight of Swords as well, it's like, it's time to let loose. It is time to be direct. It is time to be very, very the time to be blunt is now, is basically what I'm trying to say. It's like the time to be blunt, the time to utilize your voice and utilize your words to be very I want to say cutting, but it's not to be cutting in order to like cause harm to anybody, but it's like you have to be very, very specific with your words right now, and what you want to have happen and what you allow to have happen. And so you have to be very, very specific, very direct with how you come across. And again, you have complete control of your thoughts. So think what you want to think. Focus in on your own mentality, focus in on your mental health and what feels right to you, and don't let other people plant seeds in your space that don't feel right. And so sometimes it's like, and again, we could be having conversations and someone is just unloading, and that very well could be, in the past we allowed them to unload, but now it's like, no, I'm sorry, we need to stop this. Like, no, stop. There comes a point where it's just they keep going and going and going, and just complain and complain and complain. And we have to be, we should be respectful, but at the same time we don't have to allow that into our own space. Does that make sense? And so it's time to voice up and say, I understand that you're going through it, I understand, but I'm going to have to stop you right here. And again, you can, whatever words you want to use, but basically try expressing in your own way that this needs to be stopped. You're complaining and complaining, and that's affecting me. And that's, I don't want to feel bad or feel negative and then not be able to help you or just share space with you that is going to be more uplifting. And so we need to stop this, or it's basically expressing your boundaries. No, I'm not going to allow this in my space anymore. You can't just come to me and unload and then leave. That's not healthy. That's not okay. We're not doing that. So another thing with the Knight of Swords, um, we also we need to use our wits. We need to use our knowledge, and we have to be, I feel like it's important for us to be understanding, not to be, because again, you can look at the facial expressions, and at times it can be very cocky or very like conceited, like confident in a very negative way. So we have to learn right now to balance, like, I have control of my thoughts, so I need to be aware of that, and I also need to not think that I am better than anyone else. And I also need to not judge, and I also need to remember to balance that. Yes, I can be confident and I have knowledge, but I need to not throw it around in a way that is making people feel lesser than. Does that make sense? And so I like this. I like this. The blend of cards this morning. So basically, it's important for us to think about, our own thoughts and to deliberately choose what we feel, to deliberately choose what we focus on, and recognize, like, when we aren't feeling great, we can get caught up in this sort of unraveling where we just keep focusing on that thing that doesn't feel good. And when we see that, we need to stop ourselves, like the Knight of Swords, like come in crashing, like, no. And this could also be for some, like when you recognize, like, oh, I'm spiraling, right? I'm downward spiraling. Like the Knight of Swords, you can swiftly just do something extreme, or do something that will, like, sort of snap you out of that, and that will make you laugh, or it will help you sort of like do navigate something differently. Okay. So I really like this. Let me know your thoughts. If you're watching a recording of this, keep commenting. Let me know what you think, how you feel. I really appreciate you showing up this morning. I really do. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know. If you have any requests, let me know. I'm here to help where I can. I'm here to be of service. And if you want to know how to support this channel, this video, this business, feel free to click the link in the description, which will share with you different ways to show your support. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you later this afternoon. So take care.